Hi, Bill Koenig for Straight Circle Martial Arts. This is punching with structure versus punching without structure. So most people, when they hit, what they have is a structure. Say you have karate. So my legs are spaced evenly, my hips are here. Everything has to be in structure. If anything deviates in this punch, whether my shoulder gets out of alignment or hip gets out of alignment or my knee goes in a different way, it loses power. You have energy leaks. The problem with having a structure is I need the perfect angle with the perfect feet to create power. So if he's like this and I have perfect shots, within that structure I can create a lot of force. The problem is when he starts pushing or pulling or hitting and I start moving, I have to be able to hit from positions that are not classical structures. It's like basketball. You could do layups all day and it looks really good, but in a game, when you go up to take a layup, more than likely someone's going to bump you and you have to find a way around it. Someone might trip you or push you or slap your hands and you may have to find your way around to take that shot. The truly great players don't just go from structure, they're almost formless. They go around the obstruction, they come back to center, and then they make their shot. Punching is the same way. When you punch without structure, what you have to understand is you have to feel your center of balance. So if he pushes me and my center of balance moves, I have to give with it, and that's fine. And then as it goes, I start to move and set myself up, and at that last second, I come back to my center where my power is. So you go out of structure, back to the center and you hit. You come out of that position and you come back and you hit. There's a lot of things that make this work. Number one is you have to understand balance. When you get pushed or hit, you have to understand that when you're out of this position, there's no power there. And you have to relax enough to snap back and put that on. The other thing that's really, really important to this is your hand positioning. What I find with people with their hands is when they get pushed out of structure, when they come back to balance, their hands lag behind them. So they go like this, they come back to balance, and then they hit, and then their alignment's all screwed up. I struggled with this a lot when I was getting hit like this. I was always behind, and a lot of times my punches weren't good, and they didn't feel solid because they were never in the right alignment. What happens, as you come back to find your balance, your hands are hunting already. So as it comes in, my hands are already looking for him while I'm out of balance. As I snap back to balance, that's when they fight. How do you learn this? It's really, because there's a couple levels of this, right? There's doing it with feet, and there's doing it from stationary. Sometimes it's easier to learn from stationary at first. So if he pushes me, right, I have to learn how to come around that. No matter what he does, I have to learn to come around and hit him. And that's how you learn it. Like, you have to be hit enough to where you feel, let your body feel where it's out of balance and then come back. As you get better with this, what has to happen is because people may push in fights, but that's not the majority of it. Right? You have to get hit a little. If you have to learn to take that and fire as he hits me, I have to learn to take that balance and hit him. And you have to do it calmly. The other thing you're going to find too is when you get hit, you're going to get juiced up, right? Everyone wants to hit each other. You hit me, I get revved up, I want to hit him. But he's feeding you, and you're going to kill him if you do that. Because he's hitting me intentionally and leaving himself open so that I can practice. Well, he's in a vulnerable position. If I come back and wrap him, I'm going to hurt my partner really bad. So what you have to do is you have to study the fact that you've been hit. Right? I have to feel it, and then feel and relax and come back calmly. He hits again, right? I have to feel this and relax and come back calmly so I don't hurt him. It teaches me good control. You want to be aware of this guy so that when you do hit him, you're not just blacked out and flailing. You want to be precision in what you're doing. For the sake of camera, I'm going to keep this close, but also as he hits me down the road, right? The same will happen with your feet too. He hits, you have to have that ability to come in with your feet and move and take these hits. For a fraction of a second, you are formless. I get hit, and I don't have this structure anymore. I can't. But I have to regain the balance and come back solid and correct. Most important thing you have to keep in mind is every time I come out of this position, which is fine because you're going to do that in a fight. Fights are sloppy. Things to argue and push and hit, and you're never going to be like this inside fighting. You're not going to be. So you have to be comfortable with the fact that you may have to roll and work out of these positions. So practice going out of balance so that you can come back into balance. All the time. Get your hands out ahead so that you're not late. Let your body relax so where it can come back in and you have power. Do it nice and calm, nice and slow. And over time, you pick up the speed, take bigger hits, deeper hits, learn to calm down and deliver good blows in motion. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please share. Feel free to leave comments and ask questions. It helps the channel grow.